AR-15, the Pentagon's most upgraded rifle platform, continuously modified for over 60 years. Every change tells a story of battlefield lessons learned the hard way, from Vietnam's jungles to Afghanistan's deserts. The modifications started in 1957 to 1959 with ArmaLite's prototype. Eugene Stoner had shrunk his AR-10 design into something lightweight and innovative. Colt bought the rights in 1959, and mass production began. By 1964, the Pentagon adopted Colt's version as the M16. The military transformed ArmaLite's prototype into a standardized service rifle. 20-inch barrel with direct gas impingement, early twist rates optimized for 55-grain M193 ammunition at 1 in 14. Select fire capability with full and semi-automatic modes. The Pentagon pushed this rifle straight into Vietnam combat. These first M16s faced catastrophic problems in the field. No chrome-lined chambers meant corrosive powder destroyed the internals. Missing forward assists left soldiers unable to manually close fouled bolts. Combined with inadequate cleaning procedures, rifles failed constantly. Troops were found dead beside disassembled weapons they'd been desperately trying to clean during firefights. The Pentagon standardized the M16A1 around 1967. This upgrade fixed the worst failures. Chrome-plated chambers and bores fought corrosion and prevented stuck cases. Forward assist plungers gave soldiers manual bolt closure. The three-prong flash hider changed to birdcage style, reducing snag points and signature. 30-round magazines replaced 20-rounders. Engineers improved the buffer and bolt design, cutting cyclic rate and reducing felt recoil. Proper cleaning kits and powder changes made the rifle serviceable in Vietnam. The A1 marked the shift from problematic prototype to dependable service weapon.
Late 1960s brought the CAR-16 experiments.
Compact variants emerged quickly. The Colt Commando, designated XM177 family, featured 10 to 11.5-inch barrels. Collapsing stocks and short overall length made these ideal for jungle and vehicle operations. Problems surfaced immediately: reduced range, excessive muzzle blast, and gas system issues from short dwell times. Engineers experimented with moderators and muzzle devices to control flash and pressure. These short-barrel experiments foreshadowed later carbine engineering challenges. Early 1980s brought the M16A2. 2 decades of combat feedback shaped this comprehensive revision. The Pentagon approved heavier forward barrel profiles to resist heat warping. Rifling shifted to 1 in 7 twist rate for stabilizing 62-grain M855 SS109 NATO rounds. Full auto disappeared, replaced by 3-round burst for ammunition conservation and controllability. The burst cam created inconsistent trigger pull that affected accuracy. Rear sights became fully adjustable for windage and elevation. Furniture improvements included 2-piece handguards, stronger stocks, and ergonomic pistol grips. The A2 traded weight for durability, long-range capability, and soldier-friendly ergonomics. Mid-1980s, Canada took a different path. The C7 blended A1 and A2 features while keeping full auto instead of burst, avoiding the controversial burst cam. Cold hammer-forged chrome-lined barrels improved service life and durability. Canada preferred simpler rear sights and slightly shorter stocks for ergonomics. The C7 later added flat-top uppers designated C7A1 to accept optics early. The C8 carbine permeated the emerging M4, but with Canadian design choices emphasizing reliability and service life. The C7 and C8 family influenced NATO procurements and demonstrated the AR platform's adaptability. After Colt's patents expired in the 1990s, civilian manufacturers flooded the market. The AR's modularity made it wildly popular among sport shooters, competitors, and hobbyists. The 1994 federal assault weapons ban limited certain features until 2004, but innovation continued in compliant forms. By the band's sunset, the platform had massive aftermarket ecosystems: rails, optics, triggers, and caliber conversions. The AR became both military staple and America's civilian rifle. 1994 brought M4 Carbine Adoption. The Pentagon shortened the M16 to 14.5-inch barrel length with carbine-length gas system, 4-position telescoping stock, and retained A2-style burst at issue. Engineers tuned feed ramps and port sizes to maintain reliable feeding at shortened length. The M4 offered nearly rifle-like performance in much more compact package, ideal for urban and mechanized operations. It quickly became standard carbine choice for troops needing maneuverability without sacrificing too much range. Late 1990s, the Pentagon moved to optics-driven designs. Flat-top uppers revolutionized the platform. The M16A4 replaced fixed carry handles with detachable versions and full-length Picatinny rails on upper receivers. Optics like ACOGs and red dots became common. Rail systems like the Knights Armament M5 quad rail enabled mounting lights, lasers, and grips. The AR shed its strictly iron sight identity and embraced modern accessory ecosystems. Late 1990s to 2000s brought the SOPMOD program. Special Operations Units led accessory integration. SOPMOD equipped M4s with optics, IR lasers, lights, suppressors, and quad rails. Knights Armament M4RAS and later Free Float Daniel Defense RIS-2 handguards freed barrels from contact, improving accuracy and zero retention. The modular AR became customizable for mission roles: direct action, night operations, reconnaissance. Accessory integration became major value proposition. 2000s brought M4A1 and SOPMOD M4 Block 2. SOCOM favored full-auto M4A1 with heavier SOCOM profile barrels for sustained fire. The M4A1 removed burst cam and offered true semi-full auto trigger groups. Heavier buffers like H2 and H3 smoothed cycling and improved reliability on short barrels. SOPMOD Block 2 moved toward free-float rails, improving accuracy under accessory loads. These changes hardened the carbine for high round count combat and accessory-heavy setups. Early 2000s brought Mark 18 CQBR short uppers. The Mark 18 CQBR featured 10.25-inch uppers on M4A1 lowers. Engineers enlarged gas ports and tuned extractors for short dwell time. Heavy buffers and robust extractors became standard to prevent failures. Suppressor compatibility and QD muzzle devices were often part of Mark 18 kits. Ballistically, it sacrificed velocity and range, but gained exceptional handling in close quarters. The Mark 18 became go-to CQB solution for Spec Ops operators and SWAT teams. Mid-2000s brought the piston revolution with HK416. High round counts and harsh environments highlighted direct impingement fouling and heat issues. Heckler & Koch's HK416 introduced short-stroke gas piston into AR pattern design. The piston moved fouling out of receivers, keeping bolt carrier groups cooler and cleaner. Cold hammer-forged chrome-lined barrels and robust carriers increased service life. HK416 rifles showed fewer stoppages under sustained fire and fouling. Higher cost and weight, but reliability in adverse conditions made them attractive to special units and several national forces. 2009 brought M27 IAR, an HK416 derivative. U.S. Marines adopted modified HK416 with 16.5-inch barrel as M27 Infantry Automatic Rifle. Heavy-profile, cold hammer-forged barrel with fully automatic trigger group delivered sustained, accurate fire at squad level. The M27 demonstrated piston-driven ARs could perform volume fire roles traditionally filled by belt-fed guns. This influenced force-level thinking about small arms roles. Mid-2000s, Mark 18 Mod 1 variants adopted free-float rails like Daniel Defense RIS-2 to improve accuracy and prevent accessories from touching barrels. Free floating reduced zero shift under accessory loads. Major jump in usability for suppressed CQB uppers. These Mod 1 uppers emphasized reliability and accessory friendliness. 2010s brought advanced materials and coatings. Manufacturers moved beyond basic finishes. Nitriding treatments like melanite and nitride treated barrels for long life and corrosion resistance. Bolt carrier groups received nickel-boron, NP3, or DLC coatings to cut friction and ease cleaning. Cold hammer-forged barrels became more common at higher price points for longevity and accuracy. Monolithic upper receivers, carbon fiber handguards, and lightweight fluted barrels appeared in match and special-purpose builds. These tech advances improved durability and reduced maintenance without changing the AR's fundamental architecture. Designers focused on ergonomics and mission adaptability. Ambidextrous lowers with mag release, bolt catch, and safety became common on modern military pattern rifles. Monolithic uppers integrating receiver and rail increased rigidity and accuracy. Some systems added quick-change barrel capability for rapid roll swaps. These features made the AR friendlier for varied statures, left-hand shooters, and multi-role units. Magazines improved with better followers and polymer construction. Magpul PMags proved highly reliable and gained formal military acceptance. The M855A1 enhanced performance round entered service, offering better terminal effects. It increased stress on bolts and barrels, prompting stronger parts and revised maintenance practices. Magazine reliability and ammunition advancements were as crucial to field performance as barrels and gas systems. The AR proved adaptable to precision roles. Match barrels, free-float handguards, tuned triggers, and specialty chambers like 223 Wild turned ARs into 600-yard tools. The Mark 12 SPR showed the platform's potential. Low-power variable optics blurred lines between carbine and designated marksman rifle. The AR's modularity let units reconfigure basic receivers into CQB tools or precision platforms. 2000s to 2010s. Companies like LWRC and LMT pushed military-grade innovation. Self-regulating short-stroke piston systems, mono-forged integrated uppers, nitride-treated barrels providing harder, more wear-resistant and corrosion-resistant surfaces without adding thickness or altering barrel dimensions, and fully ambidextrous lowers for both lefties and righties. LMT's enhanced bolt carrier groups and quick-change barrel systems demonstrated how decades of service lessons could be engineered into more robust, service-ready packages. These vendors showed room remained to refine the AR without breaking its core design. The Army gradually favored M4A1 style full-auto trigger groups over burst mechanisms. They began converting or issuing M4A1s across units. Heavier buffers, SOCOM profile barrels, and updated rails became widespread. Units wanted simpler, more reliable fire control and barrels handling higher round counts without losing accuracy. 2010s to 2020s. Suppressors became common in doctrine. Adjustable gas blocks and two-position regulators allowed rifles to be tuned for suppressed or unsuppressed firing. This reduced overgassing and wear, improving long-term reliability with suppressors attached. It highlighted practical need for user-tunable gas systems across both DI and piston platforms. Late 2000s to 2020s. Countries began choosing piston-driven AR derivatives for reliability benefits. Norway adopted HK416 in 2008. France chose HK416F in 2017 to replace FAMAS. Germany selected 416 variants in early 2000s. The HK416's battlefield pedigree, including high-profile use in operations like the 2011 Bin Laden raid, pushed many militaries to rethink DI solutions. Still, DI rifles remained dominant due to weight, cost, and logistics. After quad rail era, light modular attachment systems like KMOD and especially M-LOK became popular. M-LOK reduced weight and bulk while letting users place accessories only where needed. It matured into near standard on barrels and handguards across military and civilian markets. 2022. The U.S. Army's NGSW selected SIG MCX Spear variant designated XM7, firing 6.8 by 51 mm cartridge. This marked doctrinal shift away from 5.56 NATO for some frontline roles. The new weapon isn't an AR-15, but owes much to AR ergonomics and modularity. XM7 adoption signals that while the AR-15's era of dominance may wane for frontline infantry over decades, its design principles persist in next-generation rifles. Civilian builders embraced caliber swaps: 300 blackout for suppressed subsonic work, 6.5 Grendel and 6.8 SPC for longer reach or better terminal performance, match ARs, lightweight carbon fiber parts, and precision uppers created diverse civilian ecosystem. The platform's modularity made caliber change, roll swap, and customization straightforward, fueling constantly renewing market of parts and ideas. Nitrided barrels, CHF barrels, nickel-boron and DLC coatings, and stronger steels extended service life and lowered maintenance. Many manufacturers advertise barrel or part life far beyond earlier norms. These changes reduced maintenance burden once associated with direct impingement designs. They didn't erase maintenance needs, but widened acceptable cleaning intervals for high round count use. Charging handles grew larger and often ambidextrous. Stocks added QD sling points and adjustable cheek risers. Lower receivers incorporated ambi safeties and mag releases. Controls evolved to support left-handed shooters and tactical reload ergonomics. Small human factor changes added up to large improvements in real-world handling and malfunction clearance. The AR family proved itself as a kit platform. Ultra-short Mark 18 CQBRs for CQB, SPRs for designated marksmen, M27s as light automatic rifles. Same lower and fire control family could host different uppers to meet unit missions. That interchangeability became logistical and tactical advantage. Fewer unique tools to maintain, faster roll swaps, and common training. What changed? Gas systems shifted DI versus piston. Barrels got new profiles and treatments. Handguard rails evolved from quad to M-LOK for mount rigidity. Ambidexterity, coatings, adjustable gas blocks, and caliber options followed. What stayed the same? The upper-lower modular split, basic ergonomics, inline recoil philosophy, and detachable magazine box. The AR's DNA of modularity, adaptability, and user-driven customization remained intact even as parts evolved. As of mid-2020s, the AR platform is everywhere: military, law enforcement, and civilian. Some frontline military programs start replacing 5.56 ARs with 6.8 mm systems for increased reach and penetration. Still, millions of AR pattern rifles will serve for decades, given existing logistics, training, and platform familiarity. Expect continued hybridization: piston uppers where needed, DI where weight and simplicity matter, more ambi controls, suppressor designs, and adjustable gas as standard. The Pentagon's 60-year journey with one rifle platform proves that continuous evolution beats revolutionary replacement. Every upgrade came from battlefield lessons. Every modification solved real problems that cost lives. The AR-15 evolved from problematic Vietnam-era rifle into the most adaptable weapon system in military history. And the upgrades continue because the mission never ends.